Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most powerful tools for email outreach and automation, that is Apollo.io. Now, whether you're a founder doing cold outreach yourself or a sales professional managing multiple campaigns, this tutorial and video will help you understand how to set up email automation using Apollo. And we have given a step-by-step guide right from login to having your sequence created to seeing the report of it. So the first step to this is signing up to Apollo. So when you see on the website that's apollo.io, you will have an option of signing up with Google or Microsoft. Or if you have any other email provider, you can enter your work email ID or your personal email ID to sign up for free. In our case, I already have my account created, so I'll just quickly log in with Google. Once the login is done, if you can see, this is how Apollo's dashboard and Apollo's looks like. The first step over here, whenever you are setting up an email campaign or an email automation, is to have the preparations done. Preparations include two things. One is your email drafts, and second is your lead list. That is, to whom do you want to send the mails out. There are two options that Apollo provides. One is you can either go to the list section and upload your own list. That is, you can create a people list and upload a list of emails or your prospects that you already have in place. The second option that Apollo provides is you can search for the relevant prospects using their own database, wherein you can use multiple set of filters. Like you can have the job title filter, you can have the location, employee size, the company level filters like the industry. And based on that, you can save them to a particular list. That is, by clicking on the more options, you can select the number of leads that you're looking at and save them to your list. What happens is when you are actually saving to a list, what Apollo gives is an idea that, okay, how out of the total 25 prospects that say I've selected, there are 24 whose verified emails are available, whereas one, the email is missing. So it doesn't send emails to those set of missing emails or missing prospects. Moving forward, we add it to our list. So we create a new list. Say, for example, I'll create the list as a test list and I'll save it over there. I'll go back to the people section. I'll again select the prospects and I will save them to my list that we have created. Once I save it, automatically what happens is Apollo extracts the verified email IDs of these prospects and saves it to my list. So this is step one, wherein we have created a lead list. We have that in place. Step two is building on your email drafts. Now, what happens over here is you either have your drafts created on your own or you use the help of ChatGPT or any other AI tools to create those drafts. Now, this should include your intro email. It should also include your follow-up emails because that is how the sequence is built. But in case if say you don't have a knack of content creation or email writing, what Apollo does is it offers an inbuilt AI to help you build the entire sequence. So how do we do that? We start by clicking on the sequences on the left-hand side under the engage section. Over here, let's create a sequence from scratch. So using, there are four options. There is an AI assisted, there's templates that they have in place. We can even clone if we have any existing one, or we can start from scratch. Let's go one by one, check these options. So if I click on AI assisted, what it does is it takes some time and drafts the entire outreach sequence for me. Wherein, if you can see, it has created the first intro email itself. It has put in another step that, okay, you can even use LinkedIn for automating it. And it has set up another follow-up email sequence as well. So this is one way wherein you can directly use AI to build the entire sequence. Obviously, what you need over here is you need to edit this as per your use case. Now, if you see, this is quite generic. There's only an AI personalized opener that Apollo is providing. What we can do is we can either edit the information and make it more customized, or we can create something from a template. So let me create using a template and we'll be able to see that, okay, this is how their templates are there. They have call-based templates. They have stage-based targeting, signal-based targeting, and industry-based targeting. What these templates are is very simple, that if you're of a specific industry or so, you can try these templates out because these are tested by Apollo when it comes to targeting. Now, what we want to do is we want to create something that is as simple as sending an intro email and then following up on it. So let's start from scratch. First thing is we have to enter the sequence name. Let's put it as test. We can put in the business hours as to during what schedule do the mails go out, the follow-ups go out. And this is again customizable. Let's keep it at normal business hours for now. When I click on create, what will happen is that it will take me to this entire space of the sequence where I'll now start adding steps. So in terms of steps, as you can see, we have multiple options. We can do email outreach, but yeah, there are other action items as well. Like it can prompt us to send a manual email. It can prompt us to give a call to that prospect. It can even prompt us to send LinkedIn connections. What we are going to do is that since we are doing email automation, we'll go with the automatic email. Over here, it has two options on how to start this. One is immediately after the contact is added. So if we have a list and we are adding it, do we want to wait for some time before we add the contact or not? Ideally, we start with it immediately because it's a requirement for us to start as soon as possible for an email campaign. But obviously, if you are, say, creating this entire sequence towards the evening, towards the night, then you would want to start the campaign in the morning. So this is wherein it helps. Then there are the advanced setting wherein you can limit the number of emails that it sends in 24 hours. And what we recommend is not limiting it to any particular number if you have a strong email domain health. If you don't, then you can limit to 50 emails a day, and that is how it can work. But otherwise, there's nothing much to do over here. You'll just click on continue and go forward. So the first step, as you can see, is it will ask us to create intro email. Now over here, I can simply copy paste my draft or I can write with AI. So if I click on write with AI, what it does is it gives me an option to personalize either the email body, opener, or a postscript line that I can do. Now, if I want to have say a full AI email, what it does is it has this tag when it creates an email as per that particular prospect. So this is a completely modified AI generated email, and this keeps on changing prospect to prospect. So over here, one drawback is I want to have control on the content that is actually going out to the leads. So say, for example, if I have a mix of leads in my database, there are SME clients, there are MSME clients, and there are enterprise clients. Now, what if AI treats all of them as a SME? Then my messaging goes wrong. Hence, it's very important that we use AI mindfully. So let's say, for example, I'll just simply, so for the intro email, I know that, okay, this is a standard template I have in place that I want to use. So I'll just simply use it. If you can say over here, I want to customize the name of the person. What I will do is that it offers to add a dynamic variable or a variable. So I'll add a dynamic variable that is basically that if I want to add a first name, then what do I do? So I can just, if you can see over here, I typed in the first name and name came in. So I'll add that as a customized token. Once that is done, I'll even add in my subject line. So I'll just copy it and I'll paste it there. So I have my intro email that is created. On the right hand side, I can see how it looks like. So that's a quick preview of the email that I've added. I can even see how would it look on a mobile phone. So it offers us that particular UI feature wherein we can see that, okay, this is how it's going to look on the mobile. So if you want to tweak the content to make it short, make it more crisp, we can do that. So then if I want to see, check how would this email look like, I can send a test email. How can I do that? I can click on the check email over here on the top right, and I can send a test email. Okay. And that gets sent to my inbox and I will be able to view it. Another option is that it has an AI based analysis of the entire email as well. So when I click on the AI analysis, I'll be able to see that, okay, as per AI, what all improvements can I make in my email? So if you can see this, the subject line is a bit unclear, the clarity is lacking, the sales structure. So this helps me in terms of improvising my email. Okay. Then if we don't want to change anything, we can just simply click on save and we can add another step. So the next step over here comes in that, okay, when do I want to send my follow-up email? Again, we'll click on automatic email. We can mention the number of days after the intro email, wherein I want to send my email. So say I want to send my follow-up email 1 day after I send my intro email. So I'll continue on it I'll come back over here. And over here, what you can do is that you can either create follow-ups, or you can take the help of AI to write those emails for you. So there is an email prompt mode wherein you can simply prompt write follow-up email. Okay. When I do this, when I click on write a follow-up email, what it does is it creates a follow-up email for me, and that's how it works. Okay. So we'll be back to the template code. Over here, if you can see, there is a reply to previous thread option. What does that mean is that it will send the follow-up email in the same thread as my intro email, not send it out as a separate email. In case if I don't do that, then it'll ask me to add a subject line for my follow-up email. So that is how this will work. And similarly, I can add multiple such AI-based emails or so. So follow-ups, we would recommend that you can use the AI, because again, these will be simple generic follow-ups. What you can also do is you can, if you see on the right hand side, it gives you an option of what sort of a email type do you want to use, and do you want it to be direct, formal, casual, or custom. So if I want a casual email, I can do that, and I can click on submit and preview. So it'll give me an idea that, okay, for this particular person, how is the mail going to look like? So yes, it is good. It is customized. It is personalized. Then I'll click on save. And this is how I can generate all AI variable automatically before sending. And then I'll just confirm it. So I have my follow-up email created. Then similar way, I can create multiple such sequences wherein I can put up a follow-up after 3 days. I can pull up a follow-up after 5 days, and I can create my entire sequence. Now, when you want to actually start with the sequence, what do you need to do? Is you need to add your contacts into this particular thread. How do I do that? Is I can click on the add contacts, and I can either upload a CSV with my prospect data or select a list that we already have over here. So we created a test list. I'll just add that and add those 24 contacts over here, and we'll be able to see how these are added and how does the entire flow of activity happens. Till the prospects get added, one thing I'll show over here is, so if you can see the 24 contacts are added, I'll just quickly refresh and go to the contact section. I'll see there are a total of 24 contacts that I've added. And when I go to the email activity, it shows that how many emails are going to be sent or not. Right now, I have not started or launched the campaign, but as soon as I launch this campaign, I'll be able to see. So let's just quickly launch it and see. So I've launched the campaign, and it starts scheduling those emails, as you can see. And I get a complete activity on when was the entire sequence created, when were the contacts added. So this helps me keep a track of how did I start with the sequence and how did I create it. And at the end, we have the report section. What are the report section is wherein over time, once the sequence runs, we'll get complete funnel that from a contact, how many emails are sent and how much engagement are we getting. And that's a wrap on setting email automation using Apollo. It's a super powerful tool if you use it right. And just remember one thing, that you have the preparations done beforehand. It should not be on the go thing. You have your drafts created, you have your prospect clients or prospect leads ready. You ensure that there is some level of personalization, and you have multiple touch points with the same person through multiple channels. So if you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up, subscribe for more such tutorials, and comment below if you have any questions, if you would want a personalized session or something. And we are sharing all the links in the description below. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.